abodes. Currently trying to clad and get double insulation going on things, but it's taking a bit of time. Right now the temperature's so low that I need 2 fireplaces to keep anyone warm. Trying to hook up to this geotherm, but it is a bit more of a potch than I was really bargaining for. We need to make sure that at this point, the only headwear that I allow is the toque. You know what? It's actually okay to have the tribal head dress and the war mask and all that, because they'll put on the best thing they can get. The warmest thing they can get if it's that cold. But since it is a cold weather setup, I realistically, they should only really be putting on anything that's warm. Like, I'll only give them this this clothing setup if I need them to wear something warm. But I do need to account for the fact that I don't always have parkas with us. So I do need to allow tribal wear to exist. I guess I could allow the war masks. But more than anything, I'm allowing tainted apparel. So at this point, let's get everyone into cold weather gear. And hopefully it'll make a difference. Yeah. Belial... Oh, wow. Really? Are you still taking damage? Oh, you are, yeah. Can you refuel this quickly? A group of outlanders have arrived nearby. They want to pee on our chips. Scallywags. I have no traps. I have not invested in traps. I have mostly gone for being able to shoot our enemies. That is a very creative use of group, yes. 2. Unless... more around the side? No? Oh, there's food around the side, though. I would very much like that food. I would also very much like your toque. And your parkas. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm absolutely okay with you attacking. You've got a pistol and you've got a... well, you've got a revolver and you've got a knife. Okay, this should be warming up a bit, but... right, I actually need you to tear that down so this room warms up. There we go. Oof. Okay, middle finger lost to frostbite. Well, that just sucks. Alright. Colette, could you please... oh. Belial is... Belial? Could you lie down? There you go. Could you please tend to Belial? Well, they're beginning their assault because they're bloody cold. Fair. I fully intend to take your clothes. I hope you appreciate this. There is no chance to survive. Ah. Damn it. We've been grabbing the stones from here as well, so there is actually now places for them to seek some degree of cover. Which wasn't quite what I aimed for, but oh well. Alright, Colette, well, Leafin. Let's get you over here. I love these machine pistols. Sticks with the shotgun. Let's get you down here as well. Oh, they're already here. Well, that's a little bit of a pain. Go up. Keep going up. Force them to have to move closer. Leafing up. There we go. Now let's just try and get in a little bit closer. Hey, what about how you doing, mate? Wow, 2 raids back to back. By the way, thank you very much, Syntax Squid, for the 3 months, 3rd month, 2nd best month. Diolch yn fawr. Has Syntax Squid been fitted for a robe yet? We can't have a dappling wandering around without their robe. Good. Tired. Beat Subnautica below 0 and Resident Evil 8 today. Oh, well. That's bloody good going. Well done. Plus some Creeper World for funsies. I spotted you playing Creeper World 4. I actually really, really enjoy that game. Right, let's get you in position, Leafin. I kind of need someone who's got... Okay, that will be great if you can just finish them quickly. They've got a knife, though, which is bad. I was hoping you'd be a little bit faster at that. Salakin, let's get out there. I kind of feel that you need... Fen! You are so useless. Literally just watching that happen. Did nothing. Sticks, how badly messed up are you? Okay. Cut. It's fine, actually. Can you rescue Leafin? Let's get inside while Salakin chases down Aiko. Right. Strip. Strip. Also some food, which is good. It's a shame about the lack of surviving enemies, but oh well. Your clothing is still accepted. Sticks is not too happy, not too surprising. Can we clean everything up in here? Alright, Sticks. Get into a bed. Rest until healed. Colette. Prioritize tending. Bilal, prioritize tending. We are down to... Yeah, we're down to patting people in hopes that their wounds get better. Right, let's get all of this done. If you decide to play Subnautica, start with the first. Below Zero definitely skims over the core lore that the first delves into. Right here, thank you very much for the heads up on that, Wanda. Anyhow, I'm super tired, so have fun eating those feisty snack people. How did you know? I mean, it's Rimworld, I guess, to be fair. Thank you, mate. And thank you very much, Bilal, for giving a shout out both to Wanderbot and to Italics. Obviously, if you aren't familiar, then please allow me to take a moment to recommend that you give both of them a follow. Both of them are fantastic variety streamers. Italics, in particular, has a very, very similar taste in games to my own, and quite often you'll find us playing the same games. Though I think both Italics and Wanda have now played Resident Evil 8, and I have, in my entire gaming career, played Resident Evil 1, and 2. I feel a little behind. To say the very least. Annoying. How did you know? Aavak asking Wanda how he knew he was being a cannibal in Rimworld, forgetting that cannibalism is the default in Rimworld. It's true. It's a fair point. Remastered 1 and 2. Not original 1 and 2. Oh my lord. There's one person up and about in my entire colony. This is rough. Could you refuel that fire before you do anything else, mate? Salakin, this is the worst time. It really is. Yeah, Resident Evil, the one with the umbrella cord. Resident Evil 2 Remake is one of my favourite games from the past few years. Oh, really? Like in general, or of the Resident Evil games, Italics? Because to be fair, actually, I could easily see it being in general. I mean, I could give myself a playing block. It might actually help. Oh, when will it end? I wonder the same thing regularly. We butchered human leg. I ate a meal made from the meat of another human. This is horrible. Whereas Belial over here is I ate a meal made from the meat of another human. So pleasurable. If only I had some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Also got some loving. I mean, that's helping, but, you know. A spacious interior. Well, I suppose. Soon, Bilal. Just as soon as we can actually make powered heaters, which I strongly suspect is going to be the only thing that's going to keep us going, we will, I promise you, build... Actually, you know what? Just go fix that campfire. And from now on, how about Sticks? This will be your medical bed. Refuel it, then go to sleep in a better bed. Go to sleep in this bed until you're healed. Colette. I don't know if I can... I suppose I could. Send you over there. Rest in a better bed, please. And finally... Leafin, go rest in this bed. Bilal can do the same. The deserter. See, I don't know about the deserter anymore. I really don't know about deserter. The problem with deserter is that originally that was the only way to kind of get Psylink stuff without having to deal with the Empire directly. But now, and the Empire used to be really, really demanding, like in a big way. But now they're just really not. When they decided to kind of jig the Imperial forces to be more, I don't know, like religious, honorable kind of knights instead of tyrannical nobles, the whole desert quest line kind of fell by the wayside. It doesn't really make sense anymore. Joining the Empire is the default now. Because before, it was a case that you weren't allowed to use Psylinks above your station kind of thing. And so they were limiting you. They were keeping the best abilities for themselves and their other friends at the top of the food chain. So joining the deserter meant that you could just bypass that, and then you'd have to fight against the Empire, but that was kind of cool. But now, they're far less like comic book villain, and so there's significantly less reason for you to actually work against them. Because they don't really limit you in the same way. I really do wish that they had rewritten that quest in some way. To make it... did you just eat a bunch of meat? Really? Okay, fine. Right, where are you off to now? Are you off to gather... No, don't... Why? Stop trying to... That was such a mistake, giving that massive cut down trees orders. Transport pod crash. Such a shame you didn't survive. Honestly, a tragedy, really. I feel so sad. But it would be wrong of us to let these clothes go to waste. Really, really, truly would. It's what you would have wanted, really. You seemed the good sort. I think that was a pretty smart change, because it's hard enough dealing with your up-jumped and demanding colonists rising through the ranks. Yeah, the way that the Empire used to behave was obnoxious. But within, like, knowing that that's what they were going to be like, it was an okay thing to deal with. You just kind of accepted, look, they're the bad guys. But I don't think that was ever what Tynan envisioned for them. And so when it became clear that almost everyone regarded them as the bad guys, rather than these sort of like, I don't know, quasi-religious, honor-focused kind of knight, kind of sort of feudal, you know, chivalry and all that sort of stuff going on, rather than just, haha, robber barons. They rejigged it, but at that point, the deserter quest almost makes no sense at all, because there's almost no reason why you would cross them, other than just shigs and giggles, really. Since you are allowing the tinted clothing now, your stockpile needs to allow it also. Recall that if it's not in the stockpile, pawns don't know they exist. Well, this stockpile is allowed for tainted gear, though. So they should just haul it there if they have it. Well, Belial has already gone and grabbed one. Well done, Belial. You let Colette bring it back, but then you put it on. Your... No. No. Belial is okay with eating people, but not with their skin still on. My lord, Colette. That's actually a good point, Italis, is that previously when the deserter quest line, and you know, generally speaking, there was some degree of reason to fight against the Imperial forces, there wasn't all of the new gear, like actually I think the biocoded weapons were in, but like a lot of the armor wasn't. So you might be right. That might be the reason now. Let's have a look. There's loads of caribou around. But let's try and go for one of these muffalo. Colette, let's get down there. See what we can do. Is it leaving? Please no. Ah, you scallywag. Okay. No, it's leaving. I should have wiped them all out. It was silly for me not to have, really. But at least Belial is no longer losing hands to things. I'll allow you to finish butchering these people. Okay, people are just eating raw human meat, which is not great, frankly. I felt bad about that. This is risky, because if they all decide to go Manhunter, whilst Colette is just stood in the middle of them, that could go very nasty, very quickly. But haul that... okay. Haul that back for me, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. Belial is feeding people, 2 people. How about we cook instead? And then promptly also butcher the Ibex. Butcher the Ibex doe there. No, sorry, caribou. There's just Ibex doe blood on the floor. How are you doing? You are seriously hungry. All right, hold still. I guess you could have that, but it's not going to make you feel good about it. All right, Belial, cook. Quickly. That is not quick. Okay, fine. You eat whatever you can. Styx has gone into a daze. It's generally okay, though. I think they're just going to come in and eat. Colette. I think we need to get back out there and start killing more caribou. Stalakin is still in a daze, I believe. Psychotic wandering. Leafin is actually generally okay. I know, I'm as surprised as you. Once that's done, please clean this place up a bit. I think one of the things I'm disappointed about, though, with the layout of the base is largely that... Such a good shot with that. I hadn't really factored in building this into a heat pipe. Because there's a very different way you want to do it if you want to share the heat evenly between different rooms. Right now, it's a very hodgepodge... oh, there we are. Well done, Ethan. It's a very hodgepodge design. Once I can get this built, though, then we'll punch through that wall, put in a vent, and that will help a lot. Though, that being said, I will need to put up a roof and all that first. Need to remember that, otherwise I will forget. Tyrannic Shaman, thank you very much for the prime. What a fantastically relevant name you have. Dunk. We're definitely going to want to grab your bits and bobs. Leafin, how are you feeling? Raw cannibalism. Well, poop. That would have been fine had Belial been the one to enjoy it, but sadly, no. On the plus side, though, Leafin's getting back to some research. It's been a while. Right now, our focus is just trying to get to the point that we can get some electrical heaters up and running. Also a sun lamp. Once we can start farming, things will get so much better. Oh wow, you are bleeding hard. There we go. If you could hold that back straight away. And hopefully we can get on top of things. Colonist needs beds. Oh. Right, okay. Yeah. We need to stop these being medic beds. The degree of micromanaging with the beds is a little bit frustrating. Where are you off to? Fueling more torch lamps. How about you just bring in the wood instead of just taking what you need? Hello through the wolf eye. Hello Aavak and Dapplings. It has been quite some time since the last time I could follow a live stream. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. I am doing quite well. Thank you very much for asking. How about yourself? Okay. Slowly getting back on top of things. Colette is going to get a bit of cooking done. Ah, oh, Salakin, how about you hang tight instead? Nope. Hall. That is deeply annoying. Because it got dropped in that room, it's now reserved solely for prisoners. But thank you very much, chat, for reminding me. I shall be a good Aavak and have something to drink. Well done on being healed, Belial. Need to try and counteract the whole raw cannibalism thing, but that's going to be a bit rough. Can we get that going? After your food, yeah. Oh, going off to meditate, nice. How are we doing here? 14 grass so far. Now, I'm wondering, should I give the next level to Belial? Or should I start spreading out the psi talents? I'm not even sure if it would necessarily result in more psionic abilities for Belial, or just a higher psi level. We want more caribou dead if we can. There's another polar bear on the map, okay. That may be a chore that we need to deal with. Major break risk probably sticks because they've just come out of a psychotic daze. All of these muffalo need to be gone. I can't afford for a single one not to be hunted. Do we even have any more wood around? There should still be well, actually, I was going to say there should still be some wood just dotted around. However, it would have deteriorated due to the being exposed. On that note, we need to go and equip that, and then hopefully haul some more. It's a messy room, I know, but we need it. Oh, nice. Will they haul? Yeah, they will haul. It's just they've not chosen to do it. I tend to play... Well, it's not really hands-off. I will micro from time to time, but I actually kind of stubbornly like to wait for the characters to choose to do things themselves. Right, we are burning through that meat crazy fast. And we also want to butcher that human as well. Okay, they finally perished. Right, at this point I'm going to set this area up to be a hospital then. Definitely need to get all these fires lit. Let's try and pick everything up. Actually, let's go for these. It's further away, and then I'll she might be able to grab it all, actually. No, not quite, but there we go. Now, we are going to have to deal with that polar bear at some point, but for now it should be okay. Val's getting a bunch of meals ready. Okay. Not doing awfully. The real mugger is the constant fiddling with the priority menu. You're not wrong. Especially if you have one of those, like, therapist-like mods. Like Dwarf Therapist, and suddenly you can break down every job. Instead of like medicing, it's surgery, or tending them, or bedside manner, like, you know, just going chatting with them to keep their spirits up. All of that kind of nonsense. Okay, you did not waste any bloody time. I said I was going to have to deal with you, but wow. Guess we're dealing with you now. Right, Colette and Sticks, don't be stood there. Leaf in, start firing. Belial has no weapon. That is not good. You're much more of a melee person than anything else. Good shot. Colette, attack. Sticks, attack. All of the bullets all of the time, please. Well done. Now it's to be hunted. And you're good. You can make a spaceship, but you can't make a wagon. That is a very fair observation, actually. Tribe with auto pistol and a shotgun? Yes, we found these hurt sticks. Enemy warriors that dressed and wielded weapons not too dissimilar from the blood machines the gods sent to crush our tribe fell upon us. And by fell, I mean committed suicide against our weapons. And then we upgraded our weapons with their weapons. It seemed fair. The gods have abandoned us. Progress is going good. It's going very good, actually. We're going to be at 20 anima graphs very soon. Have you done anything with the anima tree yet, Italics, in your playthroughs? It's minus 31 indoors. Leafin, what's your comfortable range? Minus 32. Well, that's fair. Colette, what are you wearing? Cloth parka. Minus 36. You know what? I don't think we need all of these fires anymore. So, no more refueling. No more refueling. No more refueling. I think we might actually be okay. % of the way to 18. It seemed mostly relevant to tribes. I haven't figured out how to utilize it for my crash landed, and my psychics keep dying. Well, basically the anima tree can only be interacted with for people who have a nature-focused meditation. And that's set by a couple of different things. But mostly, if you look at their meditation focus type, it'll tell you what they can focus on. You need the natural one to be able to interact with the anima tree. Typically, you're only going to get that from a tribal kind of backstory. It's like if it's got a tribal childhood, then they've probably got the natural meditation focus type. And at that point, they can interact with the animatry. I won't go beyond that because it kind of moves into spoiler territory that you might want to work out for yourself. But yeah, the meditation focus type part on the pawns info panel is super useful. I love. Bilal just, I don't know, likes looking at the dead bodies. That's one of the ways he likes to meditate. Being a cannibal, it makes sense. He likes to think about life and death, and the gentle flow from one to t'other, and how dead things can become alive things again by becoming part of an alive thing, by nourishing that alive thing. It's all the better if you can think about this while staring at the corpse, or rather the grave, of a loved one. Leafin, worry. Be afraid. Oh, you chopped the animatry down. Oh, dude. How bad was the psychic scream you got from it? Animatries will always regenerate, and it was actually something I was mentioning earlier. If you're on like a sea ice map, the animatree is the only tree you will ever have that will naturally spawn. It will spawn, it will grow. It can grow in any kind of inclement weather. It can grow in toxic fallout. Nothing can stop the animatree from growing. Even really low light levels. It's not like any other plant. It will always reach its maturity. But if you cut it down, it will respawn eventually, but the consequences are going to be a bit nasty for a while. I don't think I've ever actually seen what happens when you chop it down. I just know that it's not going to be good stuff. It contributed to his demise. Yeah, that doesn't probably really. Sticks, how fast can you run? And how fast can this run? Rear left leg, good. Well done, Sticks. 1.76 cells. Alright, you're probably a lot faster. 4. Okay, so you're a decent bit. Oh, they're all angry. Right, okay. Bail. That's unfortunate. Run away. We're going to have to be aware of everyone else now, too. Take a shot. If it catches up with you, take a shot. No, you've got this. Well done. Yeah, just get through. Colette? No. Actually, I should have had Colette open the door. Right, Sticks, move up alongside. Oh, did you actually manage to hurt both of them? Huh, well done. Yeah, they're both going down. No wonder they got annoyed, though. Come on, Colette. Right. Move. Okay. Stab from a peeler. Okay, good. Let's have a look. Front left hoof. Fantastic use of the shotgun. Colette. Oh, Colette was so close. That was very nearly pulled into battle range. Keep going. Colette, move behind. That was so close. Attack. Oh, well done. Okay, fair enough. Tonk. If only I could do something with the bloofer. Alas, that is not a thing that I can do. Currently, by the way, although it might not look like much, this is a functioning freezer because these tiles are exposed. I intentionally keep those tiles from having a roof. If you go too many tiles, then the room becomes outdoors and things will start to decay. But if you only take away a couple of tiles, and I'm not sure exactly where the threshold is, I just keep watching until it eventually says it's now unroofed. But if you just take a couple of tiles, you'll just expose it to the outdoor temperatures, and it'll like balance the temperatures a lot faster. So that's a budget-free freezer, yes. It's indoors, Now, you could achieve the same thing using a vent, but I didn't have the steel at the time. So I just went straight ahead and took away some of the roof tiles. Very useful thing to do for certain types of plant growing as well. Like if you've got a big greenhouse, one of my YouTube series had that, where I had an indoors greenhouse. It was constantly cold. Like I think I had it on a climate cycle on a cold planet, so it was pretty much always winter. But I wanted to grow a tree. So by experimentation, I found that I could afford for 2 tiles in the roof to be exposed, whilst still maintaining the heat in the greenhouse to keep plants alive. And underneath those tiles, I planted trees. It was the only way that I could get any trees to grow on the map. So the trees were exposed to the sky. They would get light. They would grow because it was warm enough. But any more than 2 tiles exposed, and the room couldn't keep its temperature. So it was slow to get more trees, but I did have a renewable source of wood on the map that way. How are you doing, Nathan? Should be okay. More and more Parkers we get, the better and better this gets.